coughing before. Welcome everybody into Saturday. Docs Daily here with me, Detroit Lenny, Griffin Murphy. We're here on a Saturday. We're live. I hit the button and everything. It's Saturday. We're here at 11 a.m. to get on the early baseball stuff. And then Monday through Friday, we're here 1 o'clock Eastern, as always. I pay some bills. Let everybody file in. Take your time. It's a slow Saturday. I didn't want to get out of bed. It was just one of those mornings where the bed felt comfortable. Like my bed feels comfortable all the time, but it was like, ooh, that cool, crisp, whatever. And my wife was out of bed early, so I had the whole thing to myself. I didn't want to get out of bed, folks. So you better hit the like button because I got out of bed for you, okay? Free $60 account, new customers, free $60 account, docsports.com/free60. If you're a new customer, you head over there. It's real simple. There's a tab, fill out. It's easy peasy, okay? You get a free $60 account. Use it any which way you so desire. Props are $25. Daily pass is $30. Week pass, $99. Griffin Murphy's picks are totally available. If he's not your flavor of the day, we're like Baskin Robbins, Tony George says.
I'm everybody's flavor. Come on now.
I know, right? He's the buffet. He's got everything. Tony George likes to tell people, oh, we're like a buffet. If you don't like me, I don't have heard. I'm like, no, this guy over here has got a little bit of everything for everybody. The link is also in the description. Click the link, take you right there. Easy peasy. Don't forget about YouTube Premium. Indian Cowboys level, everybody knows what that is. $19.99. Premium Plus is $49.99. You also get the $19.99 included in that $49.99. So, and then you also get a video play every day with Doc's 3 expert plays: 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, randomly chosen from random guys, and here at Doc's, and you get some 3 plays. That's like $2,700 in value. So there's a lot of value there. You're welcome. Hit the thank button. Let's go. Let's get a Saturday kicked off. You got me about this close to doing jumping jacks, but I'm old and fat. What do you got going on? How was your Friday? What do you got going on for Saturday? I'm sure you got I know UFC's on the mix for today.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So tell them what you got going on.
Yeah, big day for sure. I did want to touch up real quick, Jack, that Missorowski dude, absolutely legit, brother. I got a text from Faringo last night, group chat.
So did I.
Lenny, Craig, and Nick saying, well, this Missorowski guy might be the best pitcher we've ever seen. I was crying, laughing. Guys,
we said we'd fade him on his second start. I faded him on his second start. That didn't work out. And I didn't know that. It was my youngest's birthday, so I'm out Dave and Buster's, and I'm playing some Top Gun game. All of a sudden, I'm a fighter pilot, whatever. And then I looked up, checking in between, whatever, I'm checking my phone scores, and I see this like meme on Twitter where it's Jake. I think his name's Jake, whatever.
Jack,
something almost kills a guy. And I'm like, what the hell? And I immediately click on the video, and he just threw this like sinker in, and dude swang out of his, he's 360'd onto his butt. His legs looked like he was sitting crisscross applesauce. Like he was just sitting down. He looked like he was like, and he just sat there like, well, that happened. Like, what is he going to do? Like, and guy in Missorowski, whatever, walks off like, yeah, this kid's full of piss vinegar, boy. He looked good.
He's a gunslinger, man. He's throwing 103, 102 easy every single deal.
Yeah, right.
Guy's a gunslinger. Alex, I will cover that game for you. I actually have a premium on that play, but I'll go ahead and give it out on the show as we get into the baseball slate.
Yeah,
I did want to let you guys know, though, today, everybody knows me for UFC. Well, it's UFC Saturday. We have a massive card on tap. I've got a three-play card, 7-unit top fight that goes off at 5:25 Eastern time. So if you guys want to jump on board, you guys already know the free $60 link, which Lenny always drops down below. As far as MLB, huge action today. I have 4 plays today, so I don't mind by any means giving you out my selection on that Houston Astros Angels game. 4 plays today, including a 7-unit best bet. That 7-unit play goes off at 10:05 Eastern time. I've got 2 player props, both on the MLB Diamond, as well as a 3-unit soccer play and a 4-unit WNBA. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the menu is open. We are back in action, ready to roll.
I'm telling you what, UFC, I haven't even started to look at. I don't cap that. I'm going to follow whatever you tell me to bet randomly through text or at a bar when we're sitting next to each other, and you're like, you just bet that guy, and that I'm in on that. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. if there's a big fight, or something like that, I might get it and watch it. And, I'm more of I don't cap it like that. And I just never did. It's not that I don't like it one way or the other. I've made money on UFC, but all of somebody else giving me a pick.
I hear you. It took me a little while to start doing UFC. Once I actually started fighting myself at around 18, 19, I started getting into UFC and all of that stuff. Then about 2 years later, I started cranking out an algorithm and cranked out the algorithm. Not every single year, back tested, adding weights to different barrels of the system. There's a ton of outlets with algorithms. Finally came to conclusion, got it ready, loaded it up for docs 2 years ago. And since then, we've been up 7,000 in profit dating back to when I started with docs. Rolling right now.
Nice. We got
Yankees do suck, Jack. I don't know what the hell's going on with that team.
Dude, yesterday, let me just say this for baseball. Baseball, the last 2 days have not been really great for Lenny. I'm just going to say that in general. Hasn't been some hit me. Hey, the Pacers came through for me the other night, but that was about it. It was just it wasn't a great card. I mean, I lost a whole unit yesterday. So I don't want to say it was bad. Like I'm $100 better, folks. I lost $105 yesterday. And I didn't blink about that. But it was just the fact that I only had some live stuff that I kind of had to sit there and chase. And I just kept betting the over in the Tigers and Rays game. And I bet it 3 times over. I laddered that shit. Bang, bang, bang. At one point, the highest I had it was over 14.5.
Wow.
I had it at like 9.5.
Final?
It was 14-8. So I just kept laughing. Keep in mind, I'm at Dave and Buster's on some motorcycles, dude, whatever. So I'm like just side betting, yeah. And then so it was what it is what it is. But let's go to the chat. Let's go through this chat here because everybody's in a row, and I'll start jumping all over the place. Drop in the comment sections. You got questions about specific games or players or matchups or this, that, or whatever. Drop it in the chat. We're going to go down the chat one by one as we always do on Saturdays. That's what makes this Saturday show a little different. If you don't put in, you put in what you get. So, whatever otherwise we're done. We got to go. I'm going back to bed. All right. Going to Alex is going to the Angels game tonight. Alex, let's see. Do I got anything on that game?
Alex, let me ask you, are you an Angels fan? Houston? Who do you like?
Yeah, who wins? Yeah, he's asking us to the next comment. Who wins? Well, who are you a fan of?
Who are you a fan? And then we'll get into it.
And then I'll tell you where to go with your money. Reds swept this weekend. How about the Reds?
I'm not against it. You got Sonny Gray on the bump tonight with the Cards. Should we go ahead and rip this one up, Lenny?
Do it.
All right, so we got Reds. We got a total sitting at 9.5. St. Louis minus 200 on the money line. I will say, though, I pulled this game up earlier because this was going to be one of my premium selections. And Sonny Gray actually has had issues in the past against the Cincinnati Reds. They have barreled him up, so I did take them off my premium card as soon as I saw that. But again, it's not the wrong play. So we have a current total sitting at 9.5. Right now, Brent Sutter gets the start for this Reds team. He's only got 34 innings of work on the year. He's got a 1.12 whip, which is solid, 21 strikeouts and 8 walks. His strikeout to walk diversification, solid, not great. He's got 8 walks. I would like that number to be closer to 6, 5. That's where I would say that's very strong. So it's solid, not bad. 1-0 record with a solid 2.94 ERA. Very deceiving numbers, I will say, out of Brent Sutter. So keep that in your back pocket. Then you've got Sonny Gray on the bump for this Cardinals team. Sonny Gray, outstanding as always. 7-2 on the season. He's got 79.2 innings of work, a 1.18 whip. Dominant strikeout to walk diversification with 85 Ks and just 15 walks and a 3.84 ERA. So looking at this game right now, I'm going to tell you guys, I faded this play. The play in this matchup would be by taking the Cardinals here on the run line. That would be the play. But Sonny Gray has been banged up by this team in previous starts. Brent Sutter, this market sitting at the total sitting at 9.5. This is an incentive that the market is telling us one of these two pitchers is going to get absolutely lit up in this matchup, or they both are, considering it's 9.5, 8.5 is standard. Drill the over 9.5 total runs in this matchup. I believe Sutter's going to have himself a very brutal day on that rubber. And Sonny Gray, as I mentioned, has already proved that the Reds have banged him up. St. Louis 4-game winning streak. So they're going to have barrels or momentum in that pop with those offensive barrels. 5-5 in their last 10 games, which isn't great. But then on the other flip of the coin, we have the Reds 6-4 in their last 10 games. Well, that's a solid median. I get that they've lost 2 games in a row. So there's another incentive of why not to back St. Louis on the run line. This could be one of those good spots for Cincinnati to actually start corking baseballs. And again, going back to Sonny Gray, he's been lit up. Brent Sutter, I'm expecting him to get lit up in this matchup. Drill the over 9.5 runs in this matchup. If you guys really want to take this play, your best bet, if you guys use DraftKings, they offer -1 lines. So take the Cardinals here, -1. That'll give you some solid value on that play. And go ahead and parlay that with the over 9.5 runs in this matchup.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you could shop that line because you can find 9. I mean, if you're that better that likes the 9 to put the push in your back pocket, you can find a 9 out there, 9.5. And I looked at, because I'm on 9. I'm on over 9 personally. And I did it right here. When I got the weather report for Cincy and St. Louis, hot, humid, winds blowing out at 15 miles an hour. Pretty much the perfect weather for hitting.
Lenny,
that's what the weather report says on I use RotoWire. Yeah. I use that for my weather report. I think Robert told us about that guy. I've been using that forever. It's so simple. We're not sponsored by anybody, don't get me wrong, but it looks like this. I don't know if you guys see my phone. Green is good, red is bad. It's pretty much
pretty obvious.
It's pretty good. Yeah, there's a yellow every now and then, maybe, but it tells you all you need to know. Winds, I think in Arizona, somewhere it's winds blowing left to right. It's not blowing out, it's just left to right. But let's keep going. Jeff says thoughts on the over under 12.5 Chicago, Seattle, Arizona, Colorado line 12. Wind blowing out in both parks. No, I'm on the Arizona, Colorado line. Talk about, I don't know if you want to talk about that game real quick, but I'm on Arizona in every which way, shape, or form. Hold on, let me pull it up. I got 2 props I'll give out to you guys. I think Arizona just runs through them. I think they win this game 14-2. I don't know, like whatever, right? They're going to run through them. So I took their 2 best hitters, Josh Naylor and Suarez, Eugenio, whatever, however. Suarez and Naylor over 1.5 bases at -120, 130. One was -120, the other one. I actually parlayed them. I'm also on Arizona -2.5 for plus money because I think they're going to get after them. Yeah. And the weather conditions are perfect for them to blow out. I didn't touch the Seattle game, though, and Chicago. You got thoughts on either one of those?
Yeah, I'll break down this Arizona one, and then we'll get to that Chicago one for sure. And I'm all over this with you, Lenny. And even the market is basically incenting that this is how this game's going to go. Is the total still sitting at 11.5?
2 seconds. 12 now.
Okay, even better.
Well, you can find an 11.5. ESPN Bet has it at -120, folks. Shop your lines. Most places have it at an even 12 at -110. So, it's available.
Absolutely. And Arizona is absolutely the play here. They're 38-37 on the year. Then the Colorado Rockies, the amount of times we've absolutely just ripped these bastards apart. They're just a terrible team. And then going down the line right now, I'll start with home and away record. So Arizona, everybody always talks about this or asks me about this. And I always talk about this, that psychological barrier, 18-19 on the road. That is a magnetic force. So basically, I trade the financial markets as well on top of sports handicapping. And it's all about logic. Everything comes in logicity. So when you look at something like this is a psychological number. And basically, you're sitting right before a level of supply or demand, which you can call it support or resistance when trading the markets. And typically, 9 out of 10 times, when you reach that level where you're just 1 point away, it always bangs that level and then regresses. Or it bangs that level and pops off of it. Right now, we are sitting 1 point away from that level. Right now with Arizona, sitting at 18-19 on the road. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games, currently on a 2-game winning streak. That is pure momentum for them to hit that resistance level, to cap off that 19-19 psychological lever. They're going back over now to Colorado, 10-31 at home this season, 17-59 on the year. 5-5 in their last 10 games, currently on a 2-game losing streak. And they got Carson Palmquist getting the start for them. This is why the total is sitting at 12 right now. This guy's got 18 strikeouts and 16 walks. When you're basically matching strikeouts to walk diversification, you've got a problem. You've got a
Yeah.
big problem on your hands. Colorado's bullpen to back him up is absolutely terrible. They're
Trash.
30th in baseball when it comes to runs allowed against. Carson Palmquist is 0-4 on the year with a 7.76 ERA. Then you've got Merrill Kelly for the D-backs. This guy is legit. He's been legit for years on end, and he's doing it again this year with a 6-3 record. He's got 41 strikeouts and just 12 walks. That's a dominant strikeout to walk diversification. 6-3 record with a 3.41 ERA, going up against one of the worst hitting teams in all of baseball with a 3.5 run average, which is the Colorado Rockies offensively, what they average. There is nothing to overlook here. This is going to be a complete lopsided, one-sided game on the D-backs. Drill them on the run line. If you like them enough and you want that plus money, take them at -2.5. That is still not a bad bet. It's still not gambling.
I like that.
Yeah, you're still not missing it. It's there.
I worried about the total.
I'm not
swear to
talking
God. I worried about the total because Merrill Kelly was pitching.
Exactly. That's the only reason.
And I'm like, watch this guy go 7-8 innings and Colorado scored nothing.
3 runs.
2 runs. 3 and then I'm like, and they win like, 8-2. And I'm like, son of a, so I'm all over. I think I might ladder them live. I'm telling you right now. I think Arizona wins by 5, but so that answers that. I didn't have a play on the Cubs and the Mariners game.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Arizona score 12 points, 12 runs alone tonight.
Also was my thought too. I'm like, this is one of those games where Arizona's going to cover the total by themselves, like Tampa did yesterday to Detroit.
Guys, the more I'm talking about this game, this should have been a premium. Drill this bastard. Drill this game, man. But
the Yankees do suck.
Yankees have been absolutely atrocious. I don't know what's going on. And the biggest factor with this New York Yankees team is their starting rotation, man. They have got to go and make some moves in their starting rotation. I mean, Clark Schmidt, Warren, they really don't have any big names. Their biggest name right now, if I'm not missing anybody, is Carlos Rodon, which Rodon is a very good pitcher. I don't think I'm missing any big names in that rotation, but they're just struggling with their pitching. That's it. This team lights it up offensively, game in, game out. They're still 4th in baseball when it comes to runs offensively. What do we have currently? We've got Clark Schmidt on the bump. He's 3-3 on the year with a 3.16 ERA. Solid strikeout to walk diversification. We are at Yankee Stadium, and this is a day game. Okay, it's not a night game. You don't ever fade the Yankees at Yankee Stadium under the lights. Day game, different situation. Baltimore 7-3 in their last 10 games, currently on a 2-game winning streak. We have an interesting pitching matchup. Zach Eflin on the bump. Current total sitting at 9.5. That tells us runs are going to be scored in this matchup. And yesterday, my incentive was we had another high total, and that was my incentive. We're going to back the Yankees in this matchup, as I believe they're going to get shut. They're going to shut them down on the defensive side and score a lot of runs. We're going to stick to that plan here today. I like the Yankees here. I think they get it done, and I'm not against taking them on the run line. Clark Schmidt has been consistent as of late, and we know about this Yankees offense. We know that is a team you can back at any situation. They are not going to get shut out. Baltimore has been playing really good baseball. I've got to say, if you're going to take a bet in this matchup, you got to take the Yankees here on the run line. But I would say this is a no-bet game. There's a little bit of value on that. Yeah, there's a little bit of value on that total. The total going over 9.5 runs just for the factor of Zach Eflin with that 6-3 record. That's trap incentive deceiving. And then Clark Schmidt with that 3.16 ERA. That's going to pull a lot of public attention to the under in that matchup. I love the reverse flip here. So if you were to take this game, you got to go Yankees run line and you got to drill that over 9.5 runs. But again, this is not by any means one of the most valued plays on the board. I'm sure going through this show on Docs Daily, we're going to find a lot better plays for you guys.
That's fair. I almost hit the over. I almost hit on the over. I almost bet on the over, but I didn't. And I knew that was going to be a high total, because anytime there's like weather delays or weather comes through like the couple days before, usually in the Midwest, that means humidity the very next couple days. Okay, if you're not from the Midwest, it gets sticky and icky after a hot summer storm. And then the ball flies more with humidity. And it's summertime. It's the day game. It's a Saturday afternoon game. And it's going to be packed. You know what I mean? So I look at the over, but I didn't bet it. But again, did not bet it.
I hear you though, dude. It's been raining out here, and I'm in the Midwest right now. It's been raining. I went for a run yesterday. I thought I was running in the sauna. Almost died.
Yeah, you might as well, Ben.
Out. I was like, dude,
killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Alex is a Dodgers fan. Okay, so you're going to the Angels Astros game tonight, but you're a Dodgers fan. Oh man, you got all kinds of problems, Alex.
Well, I got you on wagers if you want to make money. So let's jump.
I don't want to tell you. I mean, go ahead.
Want me to take this one? You got this one.
Quickly. I'm on the Astros because they're the better team.
Okay.
And I got plus money on it. I don't give a shit who's on the bump, which is Buck Walter or Buck Walter, whatever his name is. Brandon Walter. Brandon Walter. And I don't believe in Soriano, Jose Soriano. I think I'm saying his name right. The Angels. I think he's a garbage can waiting to happen. I think the Astros come out there. Astros are contenders, in my opinion, at the end of the year. And the Angels, after Mike Trout decides he's hurt again for the rest of the year, it won't be nothing. That's all they got. I don't believe in the Angels. The Astros are the better team. That's just how I've been that way the whole series.
So Lenny, I'm gonna have to go. So I had a 5-unit yesterday on the Astros money line. So I did win that game, and I happened to watch every single inning of that matchup. 3-2 final, and there was actually a fight in the game.
Yeah. I saw.
Yep. Hunter Brown wanted the smoke, dude.
He wanted all that smoke, and I loved it.
I loved it. There's nothing like bench clearing wars, man.
Oh, it's so dramatic for nothing. Those guys run out from the bullpen, and they don't do shit.
They're all running out, and then they start trotting a little bit.
I'm like, really? Who trots to a fight? Like, I don't know about you guys, but when my buddies get into a fight, there's chaos. There's not. All right, dude, I'll be over there in a minute.
Oh, my boys, we're cleaning everybody up.
We're cleaning out
first.
I'm hitting my guy next to me to get him pumped up.
So I'm looking the other way on this one here, Lenny. So the reason being is there's a reason here that they're baiting the Astros here on plus money value. And the Angels minus 120 on the money line doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. Astros are first in the AL West. We have a divisional matchup. They're 44-32 currently on the season. Then you've got the Angels 3 games above 500 with a record of 36-39, fourth in the AL West. Going to this pitching matchup, though, and Soriano, I love this guy. I think he's a very good pitcher. His record is deceiving because they don't really necessarily hit that potently behind him. But biggest issue for him this season has been his strikeout to walk diversification, but he has ascended to the upside when it comes to walks. He's got 70 strikeouts on the season, which does prove dominance, but he does have 40 walks. So that is something to keep in your back pocket because I always say it. Runs are a recipe for disaster. They're a recipe for, or walks are a recipe for disaster. They're a recipe for runs. Well, right now, he's been pretty stout as of late. I want to say he's only walked about 4 hitters in his last 3 outings, if I'm not mistaken. He's got 86.1 innings of work, a solid 1.46 whip, 4-5 record with a 3.54 ERA. Then you go to Brandon Walter. Well, he's only got 17.2 innings of work. With this current line, this kid's got 19 strikeouts on the year, just 1 walk, a 0.91 whip, 17.2 innings of work, an 0-0 record with a very strong 1.53 ERA. That is an immediate trap to the public. So you're putting out a guy who's got a 1.53 ERA on the season, and you're going to offer plus money on a team like the LA Angels, who are under 21-22 at home, 1 game below 500, psychological barrier, which I just explained a few minutes ago. Then you have Houston, 2 games below 500. They missed their pinpoint. They missed it on the road. They're still trailing that. So that gives us another incentive. Houston on top of this, 8-2 in their last 10 games, coming off a win. Los Angeles 5-5 in their last 10 games on a 2-game losing streak. Why in the hell would anybody take the Angels here? Why would anybody not jump on Houston plus money? Why not? That's exactly why we're going that route. We're flipping the script on them. There's a huge trap in play in this matchup. Take the Angels here on the money line, minus 120, fair value play. I believe they absolutely torch them. I almost took them run line. I didn't have the cojones to do it. I didn't have the cojones to do it, but I wanted to do it. I'm on the Angels here. Take the Angels on the money line. They are the play. The whole breakdown that I just gave you guys, the plain point blank explanation here is the public is begging you to take the Astros plus money here. That is it. Go the other way. End up.
I'll tell you what. I
tell
you guys all the time. You told us. We'll find out, right? That's because I'll tell you what. Day right now, I just thought. So I have to tell myself all the time. Just sometimes it is what it is. Don't overthink it. And I feel like the Astros don't overthink it for me.
Sure.
And he has premium picks. I do not. You take that information however you want, folks. Okay. Let's get back over to the chat. Will the Tigers bounce back? And first of all, RM Muniz, winning it all? No. Going far? Maybe. Hell yeah, the Tigers bounce back. Are you ridiculous? What kind of question is that? Yeah, Jack. First of all, few things about my Tigers. I'm concerned about Jack Flaherty. Sure. He's now been lit up a couple times in a row. Now it's like it's when everybody gets lit up, not time to time. He gets lit up. You look for a bounce back. Well, I've been looking for that bounce back for a few outings now. Yeah, and that shit ain't happening. Also, there's a catcher now we got coming up, Dylan Dingler. This kid, he's an all-star. And so our other guy, our veteran guy, Jake Rogers. Long story short, we have so much potential for a trade. And you mentioned about the Yankees making moves, and you know that the Yankees will spend money to make moves to upgrade that pitching staff. I need the Tigers to make moves sooner than later for my sanity, for my drinking, for everything, my family and friends, none of my wife, nobody wants to hear this shit. If they can't wait. They can't wait. The Tigers are one of those teams, though. I really feel like they're gonna don't mess around. Like they're gonna wait too long to make a move, and the Yankees will scoop in there like the Giants, where they wanted Devers. They knew they wanted Devers. They gave him what he wanted. They took him now. They didn't have to wait till the end of July. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what you want, go get it. I really, that's where my Tigers are at. But yeah, again, they're low plus money. Trap. I immediately looked at that and I went, when was the last time the Tigers were plus money this year?
Dude, and I'll tell you this right now. I opened up my card last night, started doing my handicapping, did my handicapping again this morning. I didn't even look at this game. When you see the Tigers plus money and Tampa Bay minus 135 with Papoit on the bump with a 4-6 record, this is a fade play. It's a fade play. Don't even look at it. Don't even touch it. I'm sorry, Lenny. I want absolutely nothing to do with your Detroit Tigers today.
I have a whole small 1-unit play. Just that's it for me.
There's nothing
wrong with Tigers money line because I want action and I'm a Tiger fan. Sure. Just because I'm a fan. That was all I needed. I was betting them either way. You know what I mean? So I was going that route, though. I do like the Tigers pitchers today. Reds over is best bet with the run line. We agree. All right, perfect. Great. That's a great app. Oh yeah, I know I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm sorry. We were talking about the Roto thoughts on the Yankees. We covered that. I still can't say Suarez's name. Griff 100%. Royals at Padres.
Okay.
Let's talk about this. You got anything? You got a premium in this or anything?
No action on
your
this
boy Dylan Cease on the mound.
I know, and you know what, dude? I like this play today.
Oh.
So here we've got the Royals playing 500 baseball right now, 38-38. Then we've got the Padres sitting at 40-35, third in the NL West. Very strong pitching matchup. I'm going to get into this in a second, but you have to remember. Kansas City, they're playing 500 baseball on the road with a record of 19-19. They are 4-6 in their last 10 games. But you got to remember that massive regression point they hit earlier on in the month. I want to say they lost like 8 or 9 games in a row. They have now won 4 consecutive matchups. So this team hit that reset, and they're now going. Then San Diego, they're 3-7 in their last 10 games, coming off a loss. Right now, total sitting at 7.5, which is extremely tight. But we've got Noah Cameron on the bump for the Royals. This guy's he's a youngster, rookie, very good. He's got 42.1 innings of work. His whip is under a 1. He's got a 0.90 whip. Nobody's piecing this guy up. 32 strikeouts and 12 walks. Very strong strikeout to walk diversification with a 2-2 record and a 1.91 ERA. Noah Cameron in his 4 outings has dealt with some of the toughest offenses in baseball. I want to say one of them was the Yankees. One of them might have been the
I think he pitched against the Tigers.
It's the Athletics, the Tigers, some solid offenses. Yeah, this kid's dealt with. He's got a 1.91 ERA, which is sensational. Then Dylan Cease. Everybody knows me for bagging the hell out of this guy. Once the Chicago White Sox. He was great with us, left, became very good, and now he sucks again. But I will say he's been solid. He's got a 2-6 record, which is extremely deceiving, and that is going to pull that public incentive to drill the over in this matchup, especially considering the fact majority of the public doesn't even know who the hell Noah Cameron is.
None.
We do. He's good.
Yeah.
All right, going deeper right now. 80.2 innings of work for Dylan Cease, a 1.31 whip. We already know his numbers are deceiving on that 2-6 record with a high 4.69 ERA. But strikeout to walk diversification, this guy's got 105 strikeouts on the year and 29 walks. That is pure dominance, and that will tell you if Dylan Cease comes locked in, he's nearly unhittable. If he comes in bad, which starts walking guys, well, his ERA already shows for it. He gives up a lot of runs. This Royals team, they're 29th in baseball when it comes to offensive runs per game. 15th in team batting average, 25th in slugging percentage, and nearly dead last in home runs. So you want to talk about a team that fails to produce runs across every metric? That is the Kansas City Royals. But we have to back them on that on that defensive side. We have Noah Cameron to back them. That's going to keep this tight. Then Dylan Cease, we have to have the expectation that he's going to come in gunslinging dominant tonight, considering the fact that the Royals, current total sitting at 7.5. Royals, one of the worst hitting teams in baseball. And we're in San Diego at Petco Park in this matchup. So Dylan Cease should come in locked in. I will say one thing with him with the Chicago White Sox, he was always a lot better at home than he pitched on the road. Well, he's got home field advantage here tonight. Strikeout to walk diversification, absolutely sensational. Royals, they can't score runs. They're on that 4-game winning streak, so that is something to keep in your back pocket. But Noah Cameron on the bump to back them up. Give me the under 7.5 runs in this matchup. I believe this is going to be a very tight matchup. If I had to take a winner, well, we're taking the Royals here plus money because Dylan Cease is a liability in my eyes. And if this total goes over, that's because Dylan Cease cracked in today's matchup. So take the Royals as well, plus money on the money line.
I think it's fair value for Dylan Cease to shit the bed.
Yep.
That's great. What it is.
If it happens,
in a nutshell, right there, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. And again, 1 unit play for me, nothing crazy, whatever. By the way, Jack, thank you. I did have a mini sneeze. But Royals, Padres, Yankees, we covered all that. We covered that. Jeff says he's thinking about going Cubs team total. I know we talked about this game. I just looked that up. Cubs team total is 6.5 on a 12 total. So again, I'm just staying away. But yeah. I don't hate it. But I feel like I have better action in other places. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So that's just kind of where I'm at.
My thoughts on this one are absolutely not. Don't even touch their team total. So the Cubs, I've gone back to back with this team on the premium side of things. I've lost 2 consecutive matchups with them, and they're not playing good baseball. That's just what it is. They're not hitting well as a team. They're not coming together as a team. They're relying on long balls and guys to get on base and hitting long balls. That's how they're scoring all their runs right now. The Cubs are a team. The reason that they're ranked currently, I think it's second in baseball in offensive runs per game, is not because of the long ball and slugging percentage. This team hits base knocks, one after another. They clean up, they pick each other up, they play small ball, they score runs. They're not doing that right now. They're on a 2-game losing streak, and they're 5-5 in their last 10 games. And then Seattle, they're 18-17 right now on the road, 5-5 in their last 10 games, currently on a 1. They're coming off a win last night. They torched the Cubs, I want to say, in a 9-4 final. I was watching that game. Cubs at Wrigley Field is a team you necessarily don't want to ever bet against. Wrigley is just chaos. That's like betting against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. It's like betting against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. You really just don't do it. It's dumb shit. Right here in this situation, I've got to say, we can't back the Cubs. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Their median is not there, playing 5-5 in their last 10 games on that 2-game losing streak. And then they've got Cade Horton on the bump. Horton, he's 3-1 on the year, but he's only got 36 innings of work. He's been very, very good, but I've got to say we haven't seen enough of this kid to really back him in that sensation. And then Emerson Hancock earlier on in the season, this guy had like a 7.8 ERA. I will say he's been getting better. He's been doing a lot better. 62.1 innings of work, 1.38 whip, 45 strikeouts and 21 walks. Not a very good strikeout to walk diversification, which that's where that total does come into play. But I've got to say right now, we can't back the Chicago Cubs because they're just not playing good baseball as a team right now. And then the Mariners, I talked about this months ago, and it's come to fruition. I was right. The Mariners regressed offensively. I get it. They're still 12th in baseball when it comes to offensive runs per game. But earlier on, I want to say a month and a half into the season, not even, we were talking about how this team was going to be the team to win the AL West. Well, it doesn't look that way anymore. They're second in the AL West right now. And the reason that they are not winning as many games as they used to be is because of their offense. They either torch up like yesterday, 9 runs in one game, or they'll put up 1, 2, 3 runs and that they'll call it a day and lose the game.
There's no in between.
Exactly. So you do not want to bet on a total that's sitting at 12 runs on a team that you cannot rely on offensively. And then I've just explained about the Chicago Cubs, how they're not playing the baseball that they typically play to win games. So we can't back them offensively. So if you're going to go with the side in this matchup, we have a current line sitting at -165 in the Cubs' favor. There's nowhere to go there. If you're going to take a play here,
I stayed away.
You stay away from this. This is not a game you want to bet. If you bet it, you're going to take the Mariners here on the money line just to get that plus value play, and you're going to use pizza money to do it. That's how I would bet this game. Just if you want skin in this game, say you're a Cubs fan or you're a Mariners fan and you want to bet this game, the value is on the Mariners, because if the Mariners do come out offensively and torch runs, well, they're going to win this game and they're going to score runs and they're going to be plus value here. Cubs, on the other hand, there's nowhere to go with this. They're not showing us enough. They've been inconsistent. You take them on the run line, you're gambling. There's no edge there. Taking them on the money line, -165, not there. Mariners, we can't back their offense up on the total. It's just not reliable. And the Cubs, they're not giving us enough information right now to back them offensively at that 12.5. So this is a no-bet game for me, but if I was to take it, I'd take the Mariners here on the money line plus value.
It's a hell of a breakdown, my man.
Thank you.
There you go. Royals, Padres, talked about that. Rogue Energy says, I'm in Detroit. Let's go Royals, no question. All right, we're on the Royals. Where are you at in Detroit? I need to know. I'll send you a pizza. We're live, fellas. Hell yeah, we are. Free player prop Saturday. Yeah. Oh, our guy Nick comes through. Look at this guy. Sunny gray. Oh, that's a lot of outs.
Nick, you were wrong last week, and I don't think I can back this one today. You better go get another one. Let's go find some walks.
And there's some juicy. And it's juicy here. The 17. I don't know. I need a walk prop, Nick.
Nick, get a walk one.
Yeah,
he's on the walk one line today. He likes.
I need an under 1.5 walk prop.
Can't back either of them. I just broke down that entire game. I don't like the Cubs run line at all. Terrible. Yeah. Nick, where are you at today? You drinking right now? It's 10 o'clock or 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, look at him. All Cubs all day, -1.5. Of course he is. Alex is switching it up here. I'm taking Young. I know I'm messing this up. Young Park to win this fight. Any thoughts on this fight tonight, UFC? Let me pull up who he's fighting.
I actually, oh man.
Don't give it out if it's on the card.
I don't have anything on this card, but there's a reason it's not on the card. I did not like it. I did not like it.
Ismail Nardiv he's fighting.
Oh, how do I give him a free UFC play here?
You take your time and think about that on UFC. I'm going to keep going. Hancock sucks.
A lot of people on UFC right now. I don't know if I can do it.
Hancock has been lights put since his first start. Yeah, I feel that, right? 83% win rate. Talking about can't bet that. Take it free.
Wait, who's 83% win rate? What the hell is he talking about?
He's talking about Sonny Gray and his 17 or 70.
Thought he had our algorithm up. I was like, what are you talking about?
Bro, don't take that down. Yeah. New member, Philly Black. All right, man.
How we doing? Cheers, bro.
Welcome in, my friend. Drinks are on you. You're a new member. Free first timers got to buy drinks. That's how it works around here. Rays are hot, but I'm not taking the Tigers to bounce back.
Lenny, what was the thing you were going to go with on the same game parlay?
Well, I would listen. I don't know if I had a same game parlay. I was going to run back the Astros, or not the Astros. If you listen, I'm on the Diamondbacks -2.5. And I think that's great value. And I alternate run line, you can find that in some places. Preferably DraftKings got great odds on that. But -2.5, you get that at plus money. And then I backed it with the Astros money line. That was my 2-team parlay of the day. And because the Astros, I know you said it sounds like a trap, but I'm just, even if the Astros, I almost took the Astros -1.5 for like plus 180. Which is what Robert tells me to do.
That's the right bet.
Robert, that's what I'm saying. That's what Robert tells me to do. And I listen, Robert. I listen. And, but I just, because don't listen, Robert, to this. Robert, don't listen to this. But I parlayed it. But I'm just saying. I get it. The Tigers are looking, I worry about my Tigers being, they've already peaked for this season. And it's not even the All-Star break. And that sucks. That sucks. I think they can stand, but that pitching.
No, the pitching's there. I like it.
Dude, everybody on the IL is a pitcher, except for one outfielder. Okay, so I mean, we're talking relief pitching up and down that order. Our bullpen got shelled yesterday in a tired series after a doubleheader in Pittsburgh or in Detroit the next day. I just thought it was bad. It was bad. Drew's got all kinds of questions. Any same game parlay for baseball that looks good?
So I got
same game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Take the Royals money line and take the under 7.5 runs in that matchup, and then another same game parlay. Take the Angels on the money line and take the over 8.5 runs in that matchup.
Fair.
Those are two same game parlays for you, brother. And then he's talking about, you had action on this. So we're already on the D-backs run line, even -2.5. Lenny's got him at. Lenny, if you want to cover that bomb.
Yeah, so I didn't go bomb-wise on him. And you know what? Only because when I do that, when I bet home run props, that dude will hit a single, a double, 3 triples. Like he'll hit everything out of the park, right? So I have learned my lesson in my degeneracy. This is real life stories with Detroit Lenny right now. I have learned my lesson. So for those reasons, I don't bet home run props. I bet over bases. So over 1.5 bases is what I got for him today. And that was at -130. I also bet Josh Naylor over 1.5 bases at -120. I looked at this game and I just thought it was real. It was real simple for me. I don't want to call it lazy handicapping, but sometimes when it ain't broke, you just don't mess with it. Yeah. It's in Colorado. It's warm. The ball's going to be flying out. It's perfect weather. It's a hitter's park. I took the guy with the most home runs and the guy with the best batting average on those teams, and I took them over 1.5 bases, and I even parlayed that shit. Those two props together, a same game parlay. You want to get degenerate over Arizona, Suarez bases, and what's his name? Naylor, Josh Naylor over bases. That's a 4-team same game parlay for you. Pizza money. Don't go stupid. Don't put car payments on it. Grandma's farm. This is a hot and ready pizza money parlay. $5.99. You know?
I got you guys on some quick hitters real quick too. Sticking with recorded bases with Lenny. If you guys are looking for those, Vlad Guerrero Jr., take him to record over 1.5 bases.
I like that too.
Against the Chicago White Sox. Aaron Savali does get the start for the White Sox, and I will say he is not bad by any means. He's okay. But at the same time, as soon as Savali gets out of there, their bullpen is just absolutely atrocious. And Vlad will at least get four cuts in at least today. He'll see the plate at least 4 times today. And easily, I mean, I love this play. Easily cash that one.
That plays into it. You mentioned that. I don't mean to cut you off, but that plays into it. How many times do you think he's going to be at the plate?
Right.
In a good team versus a bad team. Does he get 3 hits? Or does he get 3 appearances? 4? I think Arizona, everybody in Arizona might have 5 or 6 at bats.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to go through that rotation a bunch. And it's not like, football where they start sitting guys, or something like that. These guys are going to play the whole game, you know? So I like that. I go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. I agree. I love that. And actually that goes into kind of a little bit of a whatever. If you guys are ever looking at stuff like that, perfect example of what Lenny just said. When you guys see games where the totals are 11.5, 12.5 runs, and the market's already offering you that, hey, there's going to be a lot of runs scored in this matchup. Exactly what Lenny just said. Look for how many times these bastards are going to be at the plate. These guys if there's a 12-line total, well, you know that this guy might be up to bat 5 times in this game.
In a hitter's park, all he needs is two singles.
And we're talking about Rate Field here. We're talking about Rate Field. So Toronto, they are away here. So they're going to hit in the 9th inning on top of that. So that I like to play. But with Nick being in the show right now, Nick, let's parlay up a little Nerfy here. Let's get a little Nicky Nerfy going.
I don't see it. I did see no. I saw.
I got
one Nerfy bet.
I got one. Who you got? Who do you like?
I'm looking right now. I think I have one bet. I had a couple bets yesterday.
I'm on the Rangers Pirates.
Oh, Mets Phillies.
Mets Phillies with Canning. Okay.
Mets Phillies, and that's at +105 is what I got that. So I'll holler at your boy when that comes through.
One. All right.
I like that.
That's a nice cooked up 2-team parlay. Mets Phillies Nerfy and take the Pirates Rangers Nerfy. Whip it up. Sauce.
Because I think that Phillies pitcher, what's his name? Nick Abel. I like that kid.
He's
I
good.
like that kid a lot. I mean, he's 2-0, 2 point. He's young, but I mean, he's 23 years old. You know what I mean? He's whatever, but I like that kid. I saw him pitch in the minors. I think that kid pitches. I think that kid is going to be like Cy Young candidate at some point in the near future. Couple of years, maybe.
I just always get nervous with these guys in the bigs who just don't have a lot of work. He's got 20 innings of work. That's why I didn't back the Phillies in today's matchup, because this Mets team is just this team full of knife. They've lost 7 games in a row. So, like, at the play here, yeah, you got to take the Phillies just straight up. They're at home, 8-2 in their last 10 games, 3-game winning streak, 21-17 at home. And then you have the Mets, who are 18-21. The road has been an issue for them all season long. Falling knife, lost 7 games in a row, and a belt. He hasn't given you a reason not to back him. He's got 17 strikeouts and 4 walks, which is absolutely sensational on the strikeout to walk diversification. 2-0 record, 2.21 ERA, 20 innings of work. And Griffin Canning gets the start. And Canning has been getting shelled as of late. In his past outings, he's been getting banged up. So there's another liability factor here to take the Phillies here and bang against the Mets. So there's another freebie for you guys. Nick came in with one. Nationals, Dodgers, Nerfy. I love that one. I love that one.
That's so degenerate.
I like that one.
That's so bad. It's so bad. It's good. I mean that in a good way. We got Irvin and May on the mound. We haven't talked about this game. Dodgers, Nationals. Listen, I'm not backing the Dodgers at minus 270 or whatever it is. I'm not doing all that, but sure. Phillies, Mets. That's why I didn't want to get on a side for that. I'm like, you know what? I don't care what happens after the first inning. I need 6 outs.
Yeah.
I need action on this game because it's the Mets and Phillies, and I'm a degenerate. So I wanted action, and I got in on the Nerfy. That's what Abel is a beast. Yeah, he is. He really is. I'm going back to this real quick because somebody, I forget who's bagging on my Tigers here. I'm just
Matthew Chase.
Reds beat the Tigers.
Put that in.
I hate the Tigers, and I'll say you're tripping. That's fine. My wife says it all the time. I'm tripping. I'll be tripping all the way to the bank, baby. By the way, Nick is defending his Sonny Gray to the death. At home, where he has a 2.8 ERA compared to a 5.88 ERA on the road. We'll put some pizza money on
it. Backing it. Nick, go look what Sonny Gray's done against the Reds in his career, and then come back in the chat.
This is a line that Sonny has gone over 9 out of 10. See, he's still dropping.
He's fighting it.
Do
you want to bet me on this game? Should we bet? Like, where do we go here? I got no value in this game.
What are we talking? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to put like a $5 bill on it just so I can track it. Because I'll forget about it by Monday. Judge over 1. Yeah, we talked about this. Only MLB bets I've been hitting consistently is parlay and players not to hit a double. Where do you bet that at, Seth? Just curious. Probably DraftKings, FanDuel. Because
hit a double. I've never even seen that one.
I've never even saw. Where do you find that prop? Because I found some weird props in my day. That's how I found no bat 9th inning was just screwing around in a game. I'm like, that's too juicy. How do I get on this? Whatever. So now I know you from Detroit. What up, though? What up, though, baby? What up, though? I'm from the east side, though. Just be correct. Just to stay correct. I'm just saying, I'm from the east side. 6 Mile and Gratiot, holla. Red Sox, Rays, hottest teams in baseball.
Okay, so I have a premium on that play, but I will give out a total here. So they're talking about over 8 runs in that matchup. And so a couple books have this thing at 7.5, and you've got to understand there's a reason for this. There is a reason that the books have this thing priced out here. And we're going to look at this in a second. Brian Bello, he gets the start for the Red Sox. He's 3-1 on the year. He's got a 3.49 ERA, 59 innings of work, a 1.47 whip, solid 45 strikeouts and 28 walks. Well, I'm going to cover this in a second because his strikeout to walk diversification is not strong by any means. And we always talk about High walk count means high runs. I'll get to that in 1 second. Landon Roop gets the start here for the Giants, if I'm saying his name correctly. He's 4-5 now. He has deceiving numbers that will pull that public trap incentive to drill the over in this matchup. 70 innings of work, a 1.44 whip, 63 strikeouts, and 28 walks. Higher walk count, but not bad. Still pretty dominant when it comes to strikeout to walk diversification. But the one thing out of Roop he does give out, deceiving numbers to take the over in this matchup. Brian Bello with 28 walks on the season. Here's the issue with that. This San Francisco Giants team, they are 24th in team batting average, 24th in on-base percentage. So you want to talk about walks. Well, they don't like to walk. They're almost last in walks. 26th in slugging percentage, so they don't hit guys in when they do walk. And then 24th in home runs. They don't hit the long ball when they got guys on base. So there's absolutely zero reasons why we can back that Brian Bello is going to get smacked up in tonight's matchup. And then we can look at Landon Rope here. And we have to understand that the Boston Red Sox, they are on the road in this matchup. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They are on a 2-game winning streak. So they are on a heater right now. But there is a reason that the market has priced this total out at 7.5 to 8. Here is where we have to ride with the market, trust it, lay our nuts on the table, and take the under in this matchup. I do not think that we are going to see a lot of runs. I don't want to go further in here. Let's just say this is going to be a one-sided game in my eyes.
Okay.
We'll leave it there. 7.5.
Boom. I like it.
My play. Almost gave out my play.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got a huge card today, guys. I'm sorry. I'd love to just rifle them all out. I have a 7-unit best bet that goes off at 10 o'clock tonight. It's part of a 4-play card, so I can't give out all my plays. I'm sorry.
I gave
the Angels out. I gave you the Angels.
There you go. Hey, we're talking about Abel, going back to him when he pitched against Skeens. I was on that game too. And yeah, there was like 1 run scored in the whole game, tripping on saying the Tigers. I got battered fan syndrome. Like, I've been burnt by the Tigers and Lions and all Detroit sports in general. Listen, don't build me up, Buttercup, and then I'll get all raring to go and I'll talk that we're going to talk that shit and I'm going to walk that walk. And then boom, the only pitcher we have on the roster is Tarek Skubal, and then he's a free agent after this year.
Ever.
Why? I'm just saying. He's a free agent. Why did we lock that dude down? Like, somebody needs to hold him down.
Listen, Lenny, I'm not. So Casey Mize has been a huge regression. You know, this guy was way over his head in the early on stages of the year, 6-1.
I know.
1.91 ERA. He hit the regression phase. He will bounce back. And another guy, I know you're nervous with Flaherty. I am too, because he's a head case. But at the same time, we have seen how good Jack Flaherty could be. And if we get him into postseason, Jack Flaherty's a different pitcher. This is a guy who puts it on that mental cap like, yo, we are winning this game, and I'm leading the team doing it.
And I hope he does that in the second half. Like, second half, he does that. And Skubal, you talk about head case. That dude, he's nuts. He's just flat out like, I mean, that dude should play football. He has that football. Tarek Skubal, he has that football energy. Like, he wants to hit somebody. You know, when he comes off that mound after throwing 100, 200, whatever, he wants to tackle that batter and stand over him and go strike out. You know what I mean? He wants to. He has that Ronnie Lott energy. Okay, he has that safety energy.
I agree. Nick would be the perfect. Nick knows Tarek in person. Nick would be the perfect guy to talk to.
Make that dude sign the long-term contract. Doesn't matter what.
But Nick has told me Tarek is actually the most modest, calm, most genuine, good guy you'll ever meet in your life. Not cocky, none of it. Wouldn't hear a bad thing.
No, until you get him on the field, and then he flips that switch, and it's over.
Like Bobby Jenks, or who was not Bobby Jenks? Who's that psycho? Zambrano. Zambrano was always the funnest pitcher of baseball to watch.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Before shaking hands, kissing babies. As soon as it's time to go, whoop, psychopath. I don't have any opinion on this fight in one way or the other. He's got a premium card, so there's a free 60, Alex.
I hate doing it, Alex. I know.
There's a free 60 in the link below. And you can use that. You got a burner account. Sign somebody up for it. You know you do. Skubal, Seattle University represent. Yeah. You guys need to get Vernon Croy on the Croy. Do you know how hard it is to get Vernon Croy on a phone call on like a meeting? Do you ever watch that guy? He's man around town for real. Like, he is in a blizzards. He's brought one day. He's in the gym. Then he's pulling muscle. He's got he pulled his whole. Whatever, he's on canoes.
It don't matter. You're getting a free play. You're getting a free play.
Now you get it. Doesn't that? Hey, Vernon Croy's dedicated. Vernon's our guy, but he's like, he's a man about town. I don't know where he's at on any given day. Yep. Like for him and Indian Cowboy, like they're like on different. They're on a different. I live vicariously through their shorts. Through Vernon's shorts. It's the only way I travel because I'm married with children. Is Vernon Croy around town? He's in Canada. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Goon, you missed us, man. Have you been in here? Did you get the plays, Goon?
You got to rewind, Goon.
For my man.
Yeah, there's a few.
You just jump in.
Oh, I was gonna say there's a lot. He probably just jumped in because we pretty much went over all baseball games. We went down the card. Does IC not do his premium on the weekends? Or
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Indian Cowboy works on his own schedule. I haven't realized that since I've started at Docs. He works on, like, we used to call it grandma time because my grandma worked on her time. Like when you said the barbecue was at noon, the barbecue started when grandma said it started. When grandma got there. So IC time is different than real people time. I'm just saying.
Let's get Goon rolling here real quick. So, Goon, we are on the D-backs run line. Lenny's got a -2.5. I love them both. You want me to just rip through these real quick, Lenny?
Yeah.
We've got the Angels on the money line, and we took the over in that game as well in a same-game parlay at over 8.5 runs. We took the Royals on the money line, and we took the Royals Padres under 7.5 runs. We went over. So Nick is all over the Cubs today.
He's all Nick over Sonny Gray.
I'm against both of them. I don't like that game whatsoever with the Cubs and Mariners. If I was to bet that game, I would take the Mariners on the money line strictly for a value play. I'm not going to break that game down because there's so many confluences on why I'm not going to, which we already touched up on earlier in the show. So for that situation, I would fade that game. If you're going to take it, you want skin in it, take the Mariners money line. Nick's on the Cubs run line. So that you do whatever you want with that. Other game, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds. Nick is all over the Cardinals here. I don't like it whatsoever. I don't like the game in general. But I would say take the over 9.5 runs in that matchup as well. Very deciding numbers with pitchers. And if you look at Sonny Gray's historical data, what he's done against the Cincinnati Reds, he's got lit up. He does not have good numbers against them. So I don't like that play at all, but I like the total over 9.5 runs in that matchup. I don't believe there's any. We went over that Yankees-Baltimore game. There's no value in that play. If you're going to take it, take the Yankees -1. That's how I would go about it if your book allows it. If it doesn't, take them run line on the plus value. But again, I hate the play. And then the total sitting at 9.5, I'd probably drill that over 9.5 just based off a trap incentive with Eflin with that 6-3 record, deceiving numbers for sure. And then Clark Schmidt 3-3 with that 3.16 ERA. That kind of baits you already into that under. Take the over 9.5. I think that's pretty much everything we covered today, Lenny, if I'm not missing anything.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I think we went over a bunch of other stuff here and there. I mean, as people ask questions, did we already talk about the Braves?
We didn't, and I want nothing to do with that game, man. I mean, Braves money line, obviously, right? What do you like?
Oh, Braves Marlins. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's
Perez guy sneaky.
Yes, that's what scares me. But I'll tell you what, it should be Braves -200 something, and in fact, it's only -155. I don't like that. So I don't like it. There's a couple games where I was like, nope. Nope.
I want to talk to everybody really quickly, though, about this Yuri Perez guy getting the start. So he's only got 7 innings of work this season. He's got 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a very high 6.43 ERA.
Right.
Give this kid time. So wait till the second half of the season. Let this kid get 30 to 4 innings of work. So just like we talked about Emerson Hancock with the Seattle Mariners, he started this season off with a 7 ERA. He's brought that thing down all the way to a 4 ERA now that he's got some innings of work under him. Perez is going to be very good. This kid's good. He's got really nasty stuff. I've watched him. Minors, everything. He's got very good stuff. He just hasn't established himself yet. Let him establish himself. Then he's a bet on pitcher. But right now, Grant Holmes, he's a liability. Line sitting at -150 Atlanta. Can't back Atlanta on the road to begin with. Marlins finding ways to win 6-4 in their last 10 games. This is a game bet off. Do not touch. you're going to bet it, you take the Marlins plus value, which is a stupid bet. You throw the Braves in a parlay if you want at minus 150. It's a parlay chopper. So it's just a bad game for me. I don't like the total either because for all we know, Perez could come in here and pitch a shutout. We don't know. So
can I say something about Perez?
Go ahead.
Is he's on my short list of like perfect world and I'm managing the Tigers? He's on my short list to give up the farm for.
Yes.
I'd give the farm. I'd give multiple players and draft picks for him to, because him to come into his own. He's young. He's 22. Just turned 22 in April. So I mean, he's to be young, to put him as imagine in 2 years if we locked up Scooble and him coming into forget about it. Just stop it. Now you're talking dynasty with these Tigers. I don't know.
I mean, Lenny, I gotta say too, man. Let's get into this little trade deadline talk real quick.
Oh yeah.
Think about this with the Marlins. They've got Sandy Alcantara. They've got Edward Cabrera, who's very good, and people don't realize how good this guy is. He's sensational when his stuff is locked in. And they have Yuri Perez. There's 3 starting pitchers right there that anybody in the bigs would trade for. You want to talk about a blockbuster package? You got some value there with the Miami Marlins come trade deadline, and they're going to be sellers. They ain't going to be buying. They're going to be sellers. So there's a lot there. I doubt they dump off Perez, and I feel like they're kind of sequeling in on Edward Cabrera to be that new face because they're going to dump off Alcantara.
They're trying to dump Alcantara for sure. I don't want to overpay for him. That's my problem. I don't want to overpay for him because he's definitely on the downside of his career, and that's fine. But I don't need him to be my ace. I need him to be my 2, 3, 4 guy somewhere in there. I don't need him. My ace is locked up, and I think everybody that comes to the Tigers has to understand that. You know what I mean? So, Alex says August has been terrible at NBA. Everybody does it at NBA at one point in their lives. So I'll say. It's the NBA. Nobody allowed. We all know that.
Best game of the day. I mean, listen, outside of my premium plays, I'm in agreement with you, Alex. It's the D-backs.
How do you guys do that on a dirty 630?
Get the bow out, baby.
I'm getting it out, Nick.
Plays, baby. Bow.
From this way, from that way. I don't know, everywhere. I'm on the D-backs minus 2.5 for plus. I laddered it up. God help us. We're making car payments from the Arizona D-backs today, baby. Really? That's pretty much our time, though. We made it to the bottom of the chat. Yay, us. We're way over our time. We had fun. I had fun. I don't know about that guy, but
blast always.
Saturdays are always a blast. I try to tell people, and you guys got good turnout too. So don't forget. They're playing the Rockies.
I'm just saying. UFC tonight, MLB 4-play card tonight. But UFC, listen, I don't like to hype and promote any of my shit. I really don't. I don't like doing it on my free play videos. I don't like doing any of that. Gotta say though, UFC. This has been my bread and butter for 2 years, up over $7,000 in profit. Love the card tonight. I've got 3 fights. You guys want to jump on? Lenny's got that link somewhere.
It's down
there.
below.
Get on it for free.
It's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's down below in the description of the video.
I don't like you guys buying shit. I get it for free. You can get it for free.
Get it for free if you can get it, right? I mean, why not? Thanks, guys. We appreciate your time. Don't forget to hit that like button. That really goes a long way with the channel. Subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. You'd be surprised. We got a lot of live show stuff like this content with 1 to 2 to 3 people coming down the pipe for football. We're going to cover every college football game on the card, period. Every conference, every card, every time, every week, whatever. Every NFL game, we're going to cover every one of them. And then, all that other stuff starts again. So boom, boom, boom. But we got a lot of stuff like this coming down the pipe. So appreciate it. First time, we expect Matthew to be back all the time.
Hey, Matthew, we appreciate you, brother.
You guys are awesome. We appreciate D-backs and June Jung Park. Let's go. Hey, I'm putting the parlay in right now, Alex. All right. Boom. Pow. We're out. Good luck unless you're against us.